Welcome, everyone, to the Donald Brooks Show. I'm Donald Brooks' youngest daughter, Rachel. The great man is currently getting us something to drink.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you very much. Let's have a drink.
Okay.
You're over 21, right?
Of course.
Okay, I don't know.
Of course.
I don't want my audience to think that.
Barely over 21.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Thank you very much. Ooh, it smells so good.
Yeah. Oh, she knows how to do that too. Oh, you've been around, haven't you, huh?
Oh, yes, I learned everything from you guys.
Okay, that's enough. I didn't. Well, you did learn to drink from me because when you were a kid. That's right.
I don't know if you want to tell that story.
No, we don't want to tell that story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it. You were too young. But yes. Folks, this is going to be a different Donald Brooks show. And you know why? Because usually I have like-minded guests on my show. On this show, we have a subject that we're not going to be in one accord on. As you know, we've talked about the homeless people. And I told you how I feel. My dear daughter Rachel feels a little different. By the way, I like your hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, are you drinking without me? So, Rachel, as you know, we're doing a series on homeless people, the homeless problem, our homeless brothers, if you will, and sisters. And you seem to think that a lot of their problems are brought on themselves. But you did make a comment to me off air that you've been close to being homeless before.
Yes.
And I hate to hear that because I never have, and you're my daughter. I'm glad it didn't come to the point where you were sleeping in cars and everything. But look at you now. She's very successful. She is very, very successful. She's making more money than I ever made. Right now, I'm not making any money. So I'm proud of her. So
wait, you said I'm making more money than you ever made.
Yes, you're making more money than I ever made.
But right now you're not making any money, so that doesn't sound like I'm making very much.
She's my craziest daughter. Well, not really. Let me see. She's my craziest.
Yes, I am.
Okay, and she's proud of it. Okay, now, Rachel.
You are who you are.
You were about to be homeless at one time, years ago, by the way, and you overcame.
Yes.
What did you do?
I put on my big girl pants and I got out there and did what I needed to do.
So you're thinking that people that are homeless do not have to be homeless.
I believe that the homeless, so first you have to separate the actual homeless people that are choosing to be homeless from those that are homeless because they have no choice. You have to
you
separate.
did the Donald Brooks thing. You did that.
Yes, choice.
Okay.
You have to separate that because there's some people that want to be out there.
Okay.
That if you put them in a place, they wouldn't know what to do with it. They're for the streets.
What about the people that don't want to be out there?
I feel that they fell short, but it's nobody's fault but their own. And that is because you don't have to be homeless. There are programs, resources, there are families. There's just so many options available. And to be homeless, I feel like if your house was foreclosed, why? Did you not go to work? You had plenty of opportunity. I've missed a mortgage payment or two. They don't come right away.
Okay, so you're saying there's no one who's on the streets. Everybody on the streets could do better if they wanted to.
Yes.
Well, Rachel, I hope you're never homeless, and if you are, I'll take you in.
Exactly, so I wouldn't be homeless, right? So there's someone that's going to take you in. There are resources and programs.
But there are certain things you have. If I took you in, Rachel, there are certain things I would require.
Right. So that you don't kick me out and I'd be homeless again, right?
You can't play your rap music, okay? You can't play your rap music.
I would play it when you're not here.
You see, now you see what I'm talking about.
I mean, and maybe the neighbors would complain, and then you would do what? Put me out on the street.
Right.
But that is a choice that I made.
So
if I could follow the rules, I could stay with you and not be homeless.
I think what you're saying is they don't want to conform and to someone who's trying to help them. They still want to have their cake and eat it too. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you feel. Well, I'm glad to know your opinion. I still feel that America turns their head to the homeless too much. That's what I believe, and I believe we're not compassionate enough. And I still believe, Rachel.
Well, but it's an iffy situation because for the homeless, you don't even know if they're actually homeless or if this is someone that is trying to collect their mortgage payment, trying to collect their truck payment.
Nobody's going to be out in the street trying to collect a mortgage payment. They have no mortgage.
That's what you think. But I have seen different. I have seen people get out of vehicles that look better than mine, change, and come out with a sign. And when you ask them, hey, I just saw you get out of the truck. And it's like, I'm trying to get my truck payment.
Okay, don't get so animated. You're about to throw your...
I'm not going to drop the wine, not yet.
I love this little girl. I love this girl.
But really, Daddy, I feel that, one, we kind of have to identify who's really out there homeless and who's out there by choice. Who's even really out there and not just doing it as a job to get money because they would prefer to beg than go to work because maybe they don't want to follow the policies and procedures at the employment place. So, I mean, there's just too many resources. And if these people are not going to be go-getters and get out there to take care of themselves, why should society have to? If I am constantly taking care of the homeless, I may be homeless with them.
What would you do if you're driving down the street and see someone, one of your relatives, somebody close, a brother, sister, on the streets with a sign? What would you do?
I would pull over and ask them why are they out here with this sign and for them to get into the car and we need to go have a conversation.
I love you.
Because before you go homeless, if you have a family, reach out. But it kind of depends on what you've done, and maybe that's why the family is not dealing with it.
I will concede this, although I don't agree with her, and that's good. This is my first guest that I didn't agree with, but
truth.
We do. No, it's not necessarily the truth, Rachel, because you don't know everybody's problems.
I'm the first guest that you don't agree with. You like to get people on your side, but you need to have a little conflict.
Okay.
Everybody in the world can't always agree with Donald Brooks.
Well, they should, and it'll be a happier world, okay? But I will say this, that you have to know the whole story, and we look at just what we see. I'm going to tell you something that happened to me, and I think like most people, we think that, oh, here's a homeless person, I don't want to look at him. But I was coming from getting some gas, and this homeless person ran up to my car after I pumped the gas, and he said, hey, and I felt like, and now I was doing this like I don't have anything, you know how you do when you see him. But he raised his hand. I was trying to tell you, you left your, what do you call that on the, where you put your gas in?
Oh, the gas tank.
Yeah, I left the
door open.
I left the door open, and I felt so small. I'm saying, I judged this person. I thought he wanted something. He didn't ask me for anything. My point, Rachel, is you can't judge everybody.
You not being able to judge him and thinking that he was coming to you for money is different than the question that you asked me about what we should do about the homeless problem. I mean, what can we do?
I don't know.
You know, I've heard that they've built facilities. They destroy them before they open. You know,
You think that's true?
I know it's true.
Oh, that's sad.
I know it's true. For the job that I work at, I know that it's true because we have access to that type of information. But for me, it's just like, I was thinking before they even opened the place, if you put all of these homeless people in an apartment and they can live there for free, there's going to be all kind of things happening. Drugs, assaults.
Oh, that happens to people that are not homeless.
Fighting, killing, you know, and when they were all camped underneath the freeway, do you know when they came and they allowed them to be there, right? They didn't have anywhere to go. So the city allowed them to be there. But at some point it got really ridiculous. There were tents and people were building shacks in the middle of the freeway.
I have to stop you. I see what you're saying.
Well, but you know what? When they cleaned it up, they found a dead body.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't like dead bodies. But you know, Rachel, when you said drugs and all this kind of violence, that's not just
it's not
the homeless
everybody.
people. No, that's just in the best, what we think the best of homes, we see that drugs and fighting and everything. So you can't just say that's something that is just
Right,
the
but
homeless
I mean, if the society is going to take care of the homeless, do you think that we want to take care of them and allow them to still be on drugs and partying
Okay,
and
my
all of
dear,
that?
okay, my dear sweet daughter. Before we go, we have to do this. As you know, no one leaves the Dawn Brooks Show empty-handed.
Ooh, what I'm gonna get.
I can't stand her, but I love her. Look at here.
Oh my goodness, Whataburger! Here I come! I can't wait. I can't wait. And I'm gonna use my son's employee discount when I use a card.
They won't let you use those other things.
Period. Yes, it will.
Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed
And
seeing.
that's how you stay from being homeless. Resources.
Will you come back sometimes and we'll talk about something that maybe we'll agree on?
I don't know. I don't really be agreeing with Donald Brooks.
No, you don't.
I love my daddy.
See y'all later. Bye bye.
Bye.